Hi, my people. Hi. Hello. I don't know how to introduce this. This is an impromptu video. I don't know how it's gonna come out. I don't know what's happening. I got an ARC, which is an advanced reader copy. I feel famous. I feel like I made it. I feel like I asked for it. Just ignore that. But I got an ARC, and which is a debut novel from an upcoming author. I think this is a debut novel. I meant to ask them, but then I was like too shy to contact them and then ask them because like, I mean, who the fuck is she? Like, who am I? Like, who am I asking fucking authors for information? Anyways, I got sent a book called Romeo's Card. This is it. This is the cover, which I loved, by the way. Like, the reason that attracted me to this book was partly the cover, and the title was not that intriguing, but it was intriguing. Like, Romeo's Card, what the fuck do you mean? But then I love the cover, and then I love the color system that we have going on, and I liked the summary of it, and it was just like completely unintentional. I got this last night, like, I don't know, but it was last night, like at around, I don't know, fucking know, like 10 p.m. or something. And then I was like, I'm just gonna take a look at this, see how it works. This is my first time ever reading a fucking free ARC, you know? And I was like, I'm just gonna take a look at this and see how it works. And I went in, and I am 4 chapters deep. I'm sorry. I read the prologue and I was just like, oh my god, I want to know more. And then I read chapter 1 and then I was like, oh my god, I want to know more. And then I read chapter 2 and I was like, oh my god, I want to know more. And then I read chapter 3 and then I was like, oh my god, I want to know more. So here I am. I literally had to force myself to stop so I can make a video today, like now, like right now, because like I could just only film it. You don't care. Anyways, you want to see how like intriguing this book is? I am in the middle of reading this, a fucking mammoth, and filming a vlog while reading this. Going great, thank you for asking. I don't know if you're gonna see this before that or this before that. Probably this is before that, cause Lord help me finish this bitch. Oh my god. Anyways, wrong video. So I was filming this and I got the ARC in the middle of filming this, and I was just like, I'm just gonna take a look. And then I did, and then I'm like balls deep in and I can't stop, so I had to make this. Anyways, so far we have Sapphic. It's given witches, it's given werewolf, it's given I like it. So it starts off with we're meeting Romeo, which is who is a lyricist. Is that a word? A lyrics person, a lyricist. Why does that sound so weird? A lyricist. Yeah, that's the word. A lyricist. We met Romeo, who is a lyricist, and then she's at a party, and then they're doing this fucking ritual, right? And then I was like, oh my god, what is this ritual? Is this like witchy? And oh my god, it's October, it's Halloween festival, it's spooky season, and it's perfect! Like, who knew? You know? I love coincidences like this. Anyway, so far, it's super good. And it's reminding me of, Leigh Bardugo's writing. It's reminding me of Six of Crows. It's not the same exact writing. I mean, Leigh Bardugo is more like in-depth, blah, 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 and more like, you know, I'm a fucking author. But, yeah, it's, I don't know, like, we met 2 characters so far, and they reminded me of that. So, yeah, I'll keep reading, and I'll keep you updated. My dudes. I think I discovered a new favorite author. I am loving this. I am fucking loving. So far, the story... Okay, let's talk about the story, then I'll talk about what I'm feeling. The story so far is between Romeo or Elaine or Romeo and Delilah and a bunch of other characters. So basically it starts with a bunch of teenagers attempting a ritual, and then they didn't know that it's gonna work, and it worked, and then a few years later they separate and they got stuck with powers that they didn't even intend to get, or they weren't even serious, or didn't even know that they were actually going to get them while doing the ritual, because they were, you know, 16 and thinking that they were invincible. And then fast forward a few years later, then we get introduced to Delilah, which is the card, or known as the card. I'm trying to give this spoiler free, but it's difficult because, like, you know, I still don't know a lot yet. And the card is something in the witchy world that is looked for to be used to become immortal? Is that in the back of the book? Please be in the summary. Oh my god, I just spoiled something big. So far, we've met a lot of witches. I don't know how to explain this, but it's more realistic when it comes to witchcraft and Wiccan and the practice in general. Not realistic, obviously, but it's more realistic than anything I've ever seen before. The writing is so far super intriguing, and it's only getting better and better. It's cringy at times, but it's like the funny kind of cringy. It's like the cringe that you are, finding pleasure in. It's like a guilty pleasure. There was a show called Hemlock Grove, and it reminded me of a mix between Hemlock Grove, V.E. Schwab, and Leigh Bardugo. I don't know, it's like a mix, like an amateur mix between all those three, and I love all those three things, and I really, really like this so far. A little more in, we are met with the one-bed trope. And I fucking love the one-bed trope, and it's sapphic, which is amazing, and it's super inclusive, which is super amazing. What are the chances? This is amazing for to read it now, because it's like looking better and better for spooky season, and I absolutely like it so far. So I just had to update you a little bit, because I'm like super fucking excited, and a lot is happening. Like, we keep getting better and better and better. My dudes, I found a new favorite author. I finished it. I finished Romeo's Card by Ken Jesse Howard. Sorry. So the whole book is following Romeo Elaine, a lyricist hiding her entire life working as a lyricist. Everything was dandy. Everything was 100% okay until one day she finds herself running across the country and dropping everything to protect a very, very, very famous singer that she used to write for. So running and fighting an old childhood friend, which I am attracted to. He is an animal. Okay. And a whole fucking cast of backstabbing bitches, narcissistic assholes who was only out there for themselves. So we meet people, we hate people, we stab people. It was fun. Each and every one of them is trying to find this holy card, this card that grants you immortal life. The author of this book is called Ken Jesse Howard, and this is their beautiful face. This was written when they were 19. My friend, that is called talent. This is their first release and their debut novel, and this will be the second book in an ongoing series, which is so freaking exciting because I loved it so much. This was a cringy, edgy teenage werewolf sort of angsty thingy, and I loved every minute of it. And so many points, the female character, Romeo, she goes on and say, "The wolf inside me." She literally quoted Bane. She literally at one point was like, "I am the darkness." This was so cringy. I loved every minute of it. It fed all of that guilty pleasure that keeping you watching Teen Wolf and Pretty Little Liars and all of those cringy fucking shows. This was perfect. Even the whole, there are two wolves inside you. When is darkness, when is good meme vibe thingy. It was so cringy, and it's so addictive. It did get better, like, as long as I kept reading. It did get way better, and yeah, I love the writing. The writing was amazing. Like, I want more. The pacing was perfect. The love aspect of it, yes, there's a little bit of love. The love aspect of it was perfect. The adventure side of it, the pacing of the adventure side of it was perfect. The pacing was just amazing. When everything happened and the plot twist and everything was just put in its rightful place. Like, it didn't feel stagnant. It didn't feel like, oh, I'm heading a low point, and then, oh, good point, and then, oh, we're hitting a low point. It was smooth, my friend. When we're normal and nothing is happening, it was good. Like, we needed that. We needed to be normal for a little bit. And then it doesn't even let you be like, oh my god, this is getting boring. Like, it immediately goes back to doing stuff and moving. Talk about a slow burn romance. Romeo, my friend. Oh my god, you are the most oblivious person that ever existed. Ever. Like, my friend, they're naked, butt-ass naked in front of you and like trying to do stuff, and you're just like, oh my god, do they like me? Bitch, what the fuck? Which leads to another one. The characters were so great and everyone was different and no one felt like they were written by the same author. They were just normal, cool, ongoing people. Romeo was Romeo, and fucking Delilah was Delilah, and everyone was just I loved everyone. I liked them so much. Even the bad people, Phil, oh my god, the more they describe him, the spitting, the gut, the more they describe Phil, the more I fucking hate him. It was described perfectly, and the bad people in this book were done perfectly. And Jagger was also, was also super perfect. The writing kept getting better and better by the chapter. This feels like a modern Shakespearean tragedy that is filled with fantasy, like filled to the brim with fantasy. Take some parts of Hamlet, the ghosty parts. Take some parts of Romeo and Juliet, the forbidden love part. And then take some parts of Macbeth, the witchy part. Combine those, add some modern stuff to it, some cringiness, and you got this book. It was simple, yet so well done. Like, the plot was super simple and even predictable, but it was well done. It feels like it brings back, or it goes back to the basis of fantasy. All in all, I rated this 5 out of 5 stars, and yeah, I really cannot wait for more. Thank you so much to the publishers and the authors for sending me the ARC and allowing me to read it. You can find it on Amazon. I will post the link down below if you are trying to find it on Amazon. Thank you so much for watching and for being here, and I'll see you next video. Bye.